Welcome to another exciting ICC auto parry. Let's try E5 to this English opening. Try and control that D4 square for a moment. The usual plan I like is actually just to play for a kingside attack here and control D4 at the same time at the moment. Although D4 might be played here. Now on the other hand I can react with E4. Okay, so let's try to shut down that bishop. Possibly knight b4 to d3, but then f3, so maybe d5 first. If takes knight b4, try and get a blockade on them. Mind you, there's d6 here. Oh no. Am I just managing to lose a piece? There's queen takes d6, hang on, no panic, check. Then knight bd5, I thought I was losing a piece there. cd queen b3 does kind of lose a piece. This is dangerous. I just drop this back. Is there a panic here or not? Queen b3, knight.
Check.
Do I want to use this one? I think the other one. Knight here, then maybe a3 and then knight takes c7 will be good. a3, knight d3, knight c7. That could be a pain, I think. I think this is less prone to knight c7 or a3 for that matter. I think c6 here, would that be any good? I'll just unpin. If I just unpin for a moment. Right, that e5 square is a little bit on the painful side. Try and do something about e5. Maybe something like a6 and b6. Just to evict these guys. When you knight c3. Okay, so b6 here. And takes. I've sort of got a pin there for a moment against knight e5. I want to play bishop b7 if I get a chance. Okay. Weakening a bit g3 in doing that. Maybe just bishop b7 and knight takes. I don't know. Or just e takes. This diagonal is a bit sensitive. I could do that to try and weaken e3. So knight c3 and bishop b7 should be okay, just about. It is a loose piece, and there's no knight a5 at the moment or anything. Knight e5 could be a pain to win that bishop. It's queen e8, I suppose. Knight e5, knight takes. Well, there's a pinning line. Okay, to protect this bishop. There's that pinning line. That looks comfortable tactically. Play like g5 and g4. Trying to open this diagonal. Okay. I'll just take on f3 then, I guess.
Check.
c5. Try and hold that d4 square, or g4. I don't know if g4 is any good. Try g4. Takes rook f4. Queen c6, don't think it really does anything at the moment. b5 though might be interesting. e6 might be a threat. Pinning the rook might be useful for g4 as a threat. I think pinning the rook, that looks pin and win principle. g4 threatens. It did seem weird for the king to be on this diagonal. 30 seconds down on the clock at the moment though. But I think, I don't know, the fragmented pawns and the threat of g4. What does he do about g4 if he sees that? Doesn't move the king. Okay, giving up a pawn here. Okay, I'll take that. Not sure why that would be interesting to do. Rook f3, rook e4. Well, I can actually I can actually just double the rooks after that with rook f8. Okay. This rook f2 looks tasty. Rook f2 still possible for queen e4.
Check.
That looks dangerous to allow queen e4.
Check.
And there's all sorts of things. I mean, queen e3, there's 2 pins there against the bishop and against the rook. Anything stronger? I don't think there's anything immediately. I can see queen c2, queen g3.
Check.
Alright, I think I can go here. So queen g3 is on the cards. Right, so if I get the queens off and try and blockade on, can I just get an endgame with a blockade?
Check.
Actually? Surely.
Check.
Let's get my king to e6. Mind you, I wonder, was there e6 check there? Did I just blunder there? Okay, I want to keep the pawns on light squares, I guess. Or play bishop f8 here just to seize that diagonal actually first. Yeah, I think e6 was probably quite nasty. Right, his pawns are now on as a target. Okay, so bishop d4 I can just take. I'm going to try and get a pass pawn out of this with his pawn blockaded. So it's like being an extra pawn up. So b4 is my pass pawn. But first do I try and play bishop b2 just to win that pawn. On the pushing through with b4. Okay, there's another pass pawn over on the way there. So b4 here takes b3. I'm sort of winning a piece. Potentially. Don't think there's time for bishop g5. I'm going to win this e5 pawn surely when he wins g5. Bishop b2, king b3, king b2, b2 there. Doesn't that work for b2?
Check.
Okay, he's just giving me a bishop. Okay, that worked better than I imagined. That looks like end of game, really. Yeah, let's have a quick look at this position here. Oh yeah, bishop b4 is strong, very strong.
Check.
So if king here, I can just take. Yeah, I could just take. And if the king had just played here, b2. Yeah, this pawn is really quite dangerous. Okay, let's have a quick look. Was I in trouble here after d5? I think queen d6 was okay apparently. Queen c6 might have been better there. That's interesting. I've checked knight ed5. Oh, because the knight's got
Check.
so if a3, there's knight c2 here, and if knight c2, there's bishop e6. Wow, what's going on here? So knight, this gets a bit hairy. Knight takes a1, attacking the queen. Gets a little bit on the hairy side.
Check.
Potentially. This was okay for me. It seems. No, slightly better for white now. Did seem a bit shaky. That, yeah. So the engine doesn't mind the king to g2 business.
Check.
This is about e4. Why is e4? E4 was actually mentioned by the engine here. e4. I thought that was a surprising move to play. Mate in 5 with queen e4. Wow. After that move, queen e4.
Check.
Yes, these two rooks are mating here. That's something to
checkmate.
bear in mind next time.
Check.
That sort of position.
Check.
The queen sack. Wow, queen sack would have been beautiful. Now white, actually, I think white did miss a shot. E6 check. I thought white missed the shot here. E7. This is quite nasty. It's actually winning a piece. Oh, I thought I missed. Yeah, E6 check. Now black's better. I think structurally the bishop is got the targets. Alright, H takes G, H takes G. King D4 blunder. So white is apparently okay with King D3. A3 taking. This could have been equal, apparently. B2, King C2. Yeah, it's going to be equal. Bit lucky there. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.